Hi, my name is Howard, and I have COPD. And my story is that in 2005, it was very difficult for me to breathe. And I was working, and it became more and more difficult, so I went to my doctor, and they sent me over to a pulmonologist who did an x-ray. And when I came back to see him, he was very concerned, and he put his hand on my shoulder, and he said, well, we're not really worried about your lung condition at this point. We're more worried about your lymph nodes because we believe you have some sort of cancer or lymphoma. So all the blood rushed out of my face, and of course it's a feeling I don't want to ever receive again. And what occurred is that they went ahead and examined me and did biopsies of my lymph nodes, and they were focusing on that. And while my lungs situation was decreasing. So I had two situations. And I went to 5 different hospitals. And finally went to the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville trying to resolve whatever this was that I had while my lungs continued to go downhill. So finally, in Mayo Clinic, I collapsed almost and said I need oxygen. And there's something in the back of my head said I need oxygen to breathe. And there I was, and they gave it to me, and I haven't been able to get off it since, on and off. So oxygen and I are friends right now. They came to discover that I had marginal B-cell type non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and they continued to treat me, but they started giving me chemotherapy, which miraculously eliminated the lymphoma. So within 5 months of chemotherapy, 6 months, it was gone. But my lungs were destroyed. I lost 100 pounds. And I was 260 and I was down to 168. And there I was, and I was looking out the window at Baptist Hospital. And I was on the 3rd floor, and they had pigeons that used to congregate. And I was stuck in the hospital for 3 weeks, and I was going crazy. I mean, here I was, a powerful salesman. I used to, go to Brazil and collect jewelry and bring it to the Virgin Islands and sell it. And I was just like, Indiana Jones. And here I was, skinny little guy, draining away. And I look over and I hear the pigeons, and I go to visit them because they were my friends because I was in the hospital. And suddenly one of them exploded in front of my eyes in the middle of the air. And it was a hawk that came out of nowhere and pounced on the pigeon and killed it and started eating it right before my eyes. It was amazing. I'd never seen anything like that before. And I said to myself, after everybody had told me that I was never going to get out of there, that I was dying and I had like 6 weeks to live, that I'm the pigeon. And what's going on with me is that's the hawk. And I better get myself together, otherwise I'm going to be like that. Which I did. I dragged myself up and I said, I'm getting out of here, and screamed until they finally released me from the hospital because they weren't going to let me go. And I got out. And there was no pulmonary rehab. The doctor never told me about pulmonary rehab, my pulmonologist. I had to get on the web, and I had to be responsible for my own medical decisions at that point. Subsequently, I found the medical rehab, the pulmonary rehab at South Miami Hospital, and started doing exercise, and probably maybe even a year too late. And I made it a point. I said to the doctor, I said, are you saying to every one of your patients about pulmonary rehab? And he didn't really believe in it until finally, now he does. Because they didn't expect me to live this long. But here I am 3 years later, and I think I'm getting better. And if I'm not, then I want to find out why I'm not, and I'm going to explore that possibility until I do.